Hey y'all, Rick, Fearless, Strokers Dallas, Strokers Ice House, Punch Wally Garage, Fearless Services, good morning. How you doing, alright? Today is Thursday. Let's see, the 6th month, January, February, March, April, May, June 5th, 2025, year of our Lord, season number 3, episode number 156. In today's show, we are going to talk about after-school activities. Let's go. In My Life, the 365 Project, coming to you almost live from almost downtown Dallas in the powerful CHUMP studio. Today's show is brought to you by Reliable Diamond Tool. That's ready2.com. REDITOO.com. Check them out for concrete and masonry working tools. Also brought to you by Simpson Motorcycle Helmets. If you got a $100 head, you should wear a $100 helmet. But if your head is priceless, like mine, you should wear a Simpson. They are the best. We are a dealer. StrokersDallasMerch.com. Spire, S-P-I-R-E, ConstructionInc.com. They are a full-scale residential general contractor. Anything from your floor to your roof, your heating, your air conditioning, remodel your bathroom, enclose your garage, what you got? Put up a fence, SpireConstructionInc.com. My son-in-law, Elliot Presser, owns the company. Tell him I sent you. Maverick Harley-Davidson, Longhorn Harley-Davidson, the official Harley-Davidson dealers for Strokers Dallas and Strokers Ice House. Family owned. Check them out. But right now, turn off the news. Let's me and you take a stroll down memory lane. Today, the Mr. Peabody Wayback Machine goes back to 1970. In 1970, Ricky and Randy Fearless were 13 and 14 years old. One of the things, we had a mini bike. Sarge T.R. Rogers had given me and Ran a mini bike, and we loved to ride it. So what we would do after school, when my pop was a welder, when he would get home from school, he would, sometimes, on special occasions for us, we would load the mini bike up in the back of the truck. He'd get him a couple of 6-packs of beer in the cooler. He'd get his Dallas Times Herald, and we'd go out to Rock Island, which was 3 or 4 miles from where we lived, but it was hundreds of miles of trails and hills and ponds, and was just an incredible place to ride motorcycles. And on the weekends, there are literally hundreds of motorcycles out there. People are pulling dirt bikes out there on their trailers. They had a couple of roach coaches out there. They had a guy out there with the trailer selling clutch levers and throttle cables and different things that you might need. And it was an incredible place to ride motorcycles. So we only had the one mini bike between us, and we're 13 and 14. And we would go out there, and we would take turns riding the mini bike, and Pop would sit on the tailgate of that pickup truck, drinking beer, reading his newspaper. Same thing he did at home. While we would take turns riding that mini bike all over the place. Those are some fond memories. We really enjoyed doing that. And we rode out there for many, many years, and it was like our special place, and it was a special place for hundreds and hundreds of people. It was a perfect time and place for boys to grow up. Later on, we would go out there with our buddies when we got a little older, and we got into Honda 100s and 250s and all that. You know, now most of that's warehouses over there. Still a few trails back there, but my age, I'm kind of old to be riding the trails because when I hit the ground, I may not bounce anymore. Speaking of bounce, let's check that chuck. Check that. Woo! You got those Union Jack chucks on. It says The Who on there. See, that's what that says there, The Who. That's a band from England. You got the red, white, and blue. White so. Blue and red racing stripes. 2 bend hose. Red, white, and blue logo. White shoestrings. 1 eye down. Double knotted for safety. These are, say it with me, y'all. These are some handsome chucks. Let's check that off. Yeah. So our menu for Stroker's Ice House is online. Check it out. I promise you the food is awesome here. I eat here 6 days a week. I eat here. I've eaten everything on the menu 100 times, and it's all good. So check our menu out online, and then come load yourself up with some good food. Our burgers are to die for. Best burgers in DFW. What was Grandma Goldie doing 76 years ago today, June the 5th, 1949 was a Sunday. Grandma wrote, "We stayed home all day." That's unusual. Mother Fairless was here for dinner. That's lunch. Mr. and Mrs. Trestle came over this evening. What's a trestle? Dad joke. I had a quiet game of tennis today. No racket. Get off the couch, a motivational minute. When somebody doubts you, make a fool of them. That's what I try to do. I have hired and fired hundreds and hundreds of people from Glidden, from Roach Paint to Glidden to here. Excuse me, skirt. And I can tell you that when you fire somebody, it's always the same. They cuss you. They want to fight. They think you're going out of business in, 3 months without them here. They wish you ill. And you know how you don't argue with those people. You just kind of feel sorry for them. Nah, you don't feel sorry for them. You're just glad to get rid of them. And you know how you get back? You live your best life. You live your best life and you flourish. That's what you do. So if somebody doubts you, flourish, baby. Flourish like a beautiful flower growing out there with a bunch of weeds around it. That's what we've got to do. Today is Thursday, so we have trivia at the bar. If you've never played trivia, it's pretty fun. It'll give you and your wife and your girl or whoever, a place to come and hang out and drink a few cold drinks and have some of that aforementioned good food. And might just meet some new friends up here. Should be a good night. I think that's it for today. All right, Rick, Fearless, I got to go. I got Thursday things to do. Love you, Alice. Bye, y'all.